They say if you listen closely, the laughter never stops. There's something odd about the silence that wraps around level 45 Eta. It's not the absence of sound that unnerves you, no, it's the feeling that somewhere behind a paper-thin wall or a cardboard maze divider, someone is watching. And worse, they're waiting for their cue. Welcome to level 45 Eta, an infinite haunted house like no other. A place where ghosts are real, not because they float or fade, but because they perform. This level isn't just a spooky locale, it's a living stage, populated by enigmatic entities whose sole purpose is to scare you, not harm you, just scare you. But there's a catch: refuse the performance, and the curtain may fall on you permanently. The Haunted Schoolhouse. Explorers entering level 45 Eta find themselves inside what appears to be a classroom turned into a school festival-style haunted house. Cardboard mazes, overturned desks, and black paper bats fill the dusty air, which clings damply to your clothes at a constant 15 degrees Celsius. The humidity hangs like a second skin. The school area is subdivided into standard classrooms, as well as less common rooms such as music rooms, audiovisual rooms, libraries, science labs, art studios, computer rooms, and bathrooms. The layouts are maze-like and intentionally disorienting, with many dead ends or looping paths that bring you back to where you started. Finding your way out is difficult, finding your way deeper is far too easy. Of special note are the music and audiovisual rooms. In the audiovisual room, you'll be greeted by a grainy film flickering on a dusty screen. A ghost-like figure appears through the projector and loudspeakers, presenting a warped version of your own voice and face. It doesn't scream or chase, it performs. It terrifies through uncanny mimicry. The door won't open until the entire performance concludes. In the music room, dissonant melodies and eerie vocals echo from ancient speakers. The ghosts here sing, but their songs are warped and sad, or chaotic and insane. If you enter during a performance, you're an audience member until the final note falls silent. If no ghosts are present, static-filled radio transmissions from the front rooms might still echo from the speakers. Ghosts in this section resemble high school students, teens in unidentifiable uniforms, often melancholic or amused, but never violent. Sometimes you'll spot teachers in their early 20s, always watching, rarely participating. The Infinite Japanese House. Step through the wrong classroom door and you may find yourself walking down a darkened Japanese-style corridor, illuminated only by faint, almost imperceptible bulbs, barely stronger than starlight. This area mimics traditional Japanese homes: tatami-floored rooms, sliding fusuma doors, wooden verandas, ingawa, and inner gardens choked in silence. Here, the temperature remains chilly, again hovering around 15 degrees Celsius. There are no kitchens, no bathrooms, no supplies of any kind. The tansu drawers are empty, and the closets sometimes hide more than just musty futons. The space is endless, but surprisingly stable. Markers or breadcrumbs can help you retrace your steps, assuming something hasn't moved them. Most explorers begin at the ingawa, a narrow wooden hallway lit by moonlight through foggy glass. The ingawa splits and twists like a cracked mirror maze, creating confusing branches and loops. Ghosts here are older than those in the school section, appearing to be in their 20s and dressed in sleepwear or simple robes. They usually emerge from inside closets, lying quietly beneath stacked futons before launching into a silent scare. A rare few don face paint resembling traditional Japanese monsters and actively roam the ingawa, searching for intruders. The Moonlit Hospital. Wander further, and the floor shifts again, this time into a hospital bathed in moonlight, where empty patient rooms stretch into eternity and a cold scent of antiseptic lingers. It's eerily still, like time forgot to tick. There are no drugs, no working IVs, no doctors, at least, not real ones. The hospital consists of patient rooms, waiting lobbies, and nurse centers. The patient beds are untouched, covered in crisp white sheets and stiff pillows. Speakers embedded in the ceiling sometimes emit laughter or sobbing, always feminine and always distant. Lights are out, and power is unavailable. There are no ghosts inside the patient rooms, only the echo of what once was. In the waiting lobby, a receptionist's desk sits behind dusty plastic panes. Leather chairs line the walls. A hallway connects to the patient rooms, but more notably, some ghosts gather here, calmly. They wear lab coats, their appearance mature, typically late 20s to early 30s. Unlike the other ghosts, they are highly intelligent and eerily professional. They do not attack. They observe. Curiously, these hospital ghosts are the most trustworthy of level 45 Eta. Reports suggest they possess actual medical knowledge and may offer accurate diagnoses, though their motives remain unclear. They are calm to the point of mechanical, lacking emotional expression. Compared to the playful or eerie behavior of other ghosts, these are serious. The darkened house of wood and concrete. Another branch leads to what resembles a post-war Showa-era wooden house, dimly lit by faint yellow bulbs and steeped in mildew. The air is heavy with mold, the floor creaks with each step, and the smell of dust and decay clings to every surface. Rooms include hallways, kitchens, living rooms, baths, and toilets, all in poor condition. Here, the atmosphere is more dangerous. Cracks in the floorboards and walls can collapse suddenly. Falling into one may transport you to another, more hostile level, or worse, into the void, a place from which no return has ever been confirmed. The kitchen sink works, but the water is mineral-rich and metallic. The refrigerator is always empty. Closet doors open to old futons or nothing at all. Sometimes a ghost. Sometimes a memory. Loudspeakers are embedded in the walls of certain rooms and may randomly emit distorted sounds or whispers. Rooms may also feature outdated color TVs, but these often function as part of a ghost scare performance. The ghosts here are dressed in traditional Japanese clothing and appear to be in their late 20s. They tend to lurk in shadows, emerging from closets or dark corners to enact brief scare performances. They do not pursue, but their presence lingers even after they've left. The moonlit apartment blocks. Finally, you may enter the abandoned housing complex, a surreal late-night world lit by moonlight and filled with the sound of distant howls. This space is colder and damper than the others, with an ever-present sense of waiting. The buildings are cracked and aged, surrounded by trees and overgrown concrete. Communication is bizarrely functional here. Wireless digital transmission is possible, though highly unstable, fluctuating between a sluggish few kbps to lightning-fast gigabit speeds with no pattern. Each apartment unit is accessible, none are locked. Inside, they feel recently vacated. Half-eaten food, wrinkled bedsheets, running water, all give the illusion of human life. Refrigerators often contain non-perishable goods. TVs and radios from different decades hum softly, or burst into static if ghosts are nearby. Ghosts here come in all ages, from teens to adults in their 40s. Sometimes they appear alone, other times in groups resembling families. They interact with the environment, using old stereos, televisions, computers, even washing machines, to scare intruders. The ghosts here are enthusiastic performers, they actively seek humans to scare. Brightly lit rooms are especially dangerous. Staying too long without a ghost companion may result in involuntary transport to level 513 Ada, a place best left undescribed. This district also includes broken playgrounds and abandoned public toilets. Most are unusable and unstable, and ghost accompaniment is recommended for safety. Some ghosts seem to haunt these areas specifically. Entities and behaviors. The ghost actors. The main inhabitants of level 45 Ada are referred to as ghost actors. Despite their terrifying appearance, they are not hostile, at least not by default. These entities enjoy scaring people, not killing them. Ghost actors typically appear between their late teens and early 30s. Their styles vary wildly, some resemble folklore monsters, others slasher villains. Despite their differing styles, they share a consistent behavior. They cannot be harmed by physical means. They do not age, nor do they require food or rest. Their intelligence is high, often exceeding that of the average human. They possess limited emotional range, rarely displaying genuine anger, sadness, or joy. They frequently utilize unknown methods to transmit their images and voices through nearby electronic devices, such as televisions or speakers. Their performances are theatrical but unsettling, tailored to each individual. You can ask them to accompany you, and many will agree, under one condition: you must not prevent them from scaring you. If you do, they will become hostile, not by attacking directly, but by psychological manipulation, subtly providing you with supplies, redirecting you from exits, or keeping you just scared enough to remain. Their ultimate goal is unclear. Perhaps they enjoy the game. Perhaps they want you to stay. Or maybe they are actors in search of an audience that never stops clapping. Other anomalies. While ghost actors dominate the level, other entities are rumored to exist. Reports include smiling figures with rows of sharp teeth, amorphous creatures made of intertwining limbs, shadowy watchers that seem to whisper only when you're not listening. Finding these beings requires deep exploration, several days of wandering, typically alone. Whether these are rogue ghosts, failed performances, or something worse remains unknown. Final thoughts. Level 45 Ada is a haunted house stretched to infinity. It offers no food, no exits, no forgiveness, but it does offer a performance. For those who enter, there are only two options: play your part, or become part of the set. In the back rooms, fear is often a matter of survival. Here, it's the currency. You're not just lost in the dark, you're part of the show. And the show must go on.